As time goes on, we look for two things. The first thing is Creative Commons, otherwise known as CC. The second thing is licensed public domain, otherwise known as PD. I am an expert at copywriting. However, you guys are probably more aware of different websites, more so than me. I'm not licensed, but I do have a few websites that I would like to show you. And I will also show you how to look for them. First, I want to show you a Google picture. If you click this picture, you will find a license. There's two different places you'll find these licenses. The first place is Setting, and the second one is Tools. Tools is easier to find than Settings. So what you do with Tools is you click, and when you finish click, you use that, and that will pop up different options. It doesn't matter which option you pick. Beforehand, I used to play around and touch all the options, and it doesn't really make a difference. You can really click anything. If you notice the page on the top, it will have options for the different places where the pictures can go. There's different symbols as well. If you don't want to use them, you just click the X and it'll disappear. I have one thing that I would like to warn you about though. An example is Garfield or Mickey Mouse. Both are copyrighted. So meaning if you want to use a graphic picture, you must find a licensed picture. You can find this licensed picture by clicking the Google picture and uploading it on a new window doc. However, on the symbols, you will see a flagger, which is a warning sign. On the flagger, it will say some rights are reserved, meaning it is copyrighted. Now, with keeping in mind the graphic copywriting, I'm going to go back a little bit because that did not make any sense. 1 second. Now, with keeping in mind the Garfield picture, copywriting that picture entails a couple of things, and I will describe what those mean to you. That copyrighted means that it supports a certain company. An example of this is taking two pictures, one of Garfield and one Fancy Feast, and putting them together. You can't do that because Garfield looks like it supports Fancy Feast. There was a time where I saw a woman drawing and she copied a picture. However, it wasn't exactly the same, but it looked very similar. If your second drawing or picture looks exactly like the first one, that is an issue. You have to be careful when you're looking for pictures. Most of the time you'll be fine, but just be careful. Now, for the audience, I want you guys to look for your own picture, a picture of a wolf. Once you find your picture of a wolf, look for the license. People ask me about different user rights. Remember all the options that you have. It doesn't matter what options you click. You can't alternate between them if you choose to. That same person asked me about royalty free. At first I was confused. I thought they were talking about using things for free, but really it means you finished paying for it, so you can use for anything pretty much. It's pretty much public or general. There are some websites where if you click on them, you'll have to pay, so just be careful on that as well. Both of the license will show you one website, but most of the time you can find a licensed website. Kathleen, she found a website on Wikipedia. I have to go back. Kathleen, she found a picture on Wikipedia Commons. Wikipedia Commons has access to all the pictures from Wikipedia. All the pictures have CC license or PD license. The website looks different, but you can still find a licensed picture. Next, I want to show you something on Google. Have you ever experienced finding a picture that you like, clicking on it, and then finding that it is embedded? That means that if it is embedded onto a page, you won't be able to click it. An example of this can be, I have a picture of the White House. The photographer is Chuck Kennedy. It is in the PD. If you right click on that picture, it will pop up the options. If you click visual page information, you sometimes can find information about who made that picture. My picture on the website doesn't give you the owner's information because it's private. So under the website, if I found it recent. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. sometimes you can't find information. The next website I found most recently was Visual Hunt. Have a lot of you seen that one before? It has a lot of beautiful picture, very high resolutions, many different pictures, either CC or PD licensed. You can click there for download, or you could click there for license. You can see the PD. If you try to find a photographer, sometimes it's impossible, but try your best. If you put down the photographer's name, that's not, you do not have to put down the photographer's name. But under visual rights, if you look for a different picture, you can. They have many different beautiful pictures. I recently found a picture with that licensed. It's under the picture, you'll see it says NPS, meaning National Park Services. That's just general. That's just general, meaning that it's in PD. Often that information, students to teachers, they all think that they can use a picture, but they're very doubtful. But go ahead and just use it, because the law says that for educational purposes, it's not on you guys. But if the picture was used for a mass outbreak or just online, don't use that picture. If you use the picture for anything, anybody can actually see it. It's better not to use it. Don't worry, because nobody's going to sue you. Copywriting is related to things that if you copyright something, you could go to federal court, which means that the cost or the fines is up to $10,000. The company like Mickey Mouse or Disneyland, or excuse me, I'm going to start that over. Meaning the company of Disney won't sue you because they know you won't be able to afford it, so don't worry about it. Disney will send you a letter saying, please take that down. Students or teachers can use Disney pictures. Maybe for study groups. If you see these Disney pictures, I can use them. Why? Because I'm here as an educator or a teacher. And I can use any pictures I want because I have a special teaching presenting certificate. Okay, so now other website is called another website is called Noun Project. My friend, she uses this website often. and I want to show you her post. It's really nice and easy to read. I use it frequently. This website has icons and clip art. Sometimes you can actually connect it to the Google Doc as well, so that's pretty cool. If you see the icons there on that tab bar, if you want to use those, understand you'll have to pay them. You can download them, but you'll get 100 for free. But if you want any more than 100, you'll have to pay. Now I'm looking for thumbs up. You can see the copyright license there. I'll go ahead and explain a little bit about what copy license means. There's copy license and paying a $1.99 fee, which you can pay for royalty for free or RF, and it's cheap. Meaning, this means that you can use it for anything, and you can use it. This means that you can use it for anything. To use it for free, all you have to do is download it as a PNG or a SWG. If you click on that, it will pop up with two options, RF or CC license. If you click the second option, the picture will automatically download onto your computer. You can pick either RF and pay, or you can click CC license for free. On that picture, you'll notice the word citation. You can do Photoshop and delete that word. But if you still need that cited picture, you can copy the citation from the website. And you can add that anywhere on your website or page. There was a person who asked me if I have a Facebook and if I post on my Facebook, if I must have a CC license on that Facebook or PD. And I said, well, yeah, you must have that. You can either use icons on Facebook, that's fine. Another question is, if you access the Woo page, can you use the Markham picture. If you looked at the copyright, it says woman's name, her photo, videoing herself. Sometimes it depends if it's a woman wanting to keep the copyright, or if it's a college paying for the access. It kind of depends. If the woman is keeping the video or the picture, you must ask. But if it's the college paying for that picture, you must ask the college for using that picture. That situation is kind of confusing. I wish colleges could just make it more clear or easier for the students. If you find a picture that has people in it and you want to use it, we have two different terms for that. The copywriting term of the picture itself, or the privacy of the people in it. If you're out in general public and walking around, it's not private. But if I was taking pictures on campus and people were walking around, just taking pictures outside, I could do that. But if I was in the classroom with the WU president, for example, if I was taking pictures of him, he has privacy because he's in a small room. If we were outside in general public, for example, could be Disneyland, you could take pictures. So if you find pictures with people in it, you can use it if it has a CC license or PD. Another example is if you want a picture with Brad Pitt, for example, or his wife. The picture will have no information about copyright or PD. You would have to ask the photographer for access, but not the actors. Why? You would not ask the actors because they are famous. They do not have privacy. The actors are automatically in the PD option. So after all, we've seen a couple things. We've seen the Google Pictures, we've seen the automatic pictures without the licensing information, and we also remember to just be careful while looking at pictures. We also looked at looking at websites without the copywriting. All the websites that I finished showing you already have beautiful qualities in that. If you remember the website I showed you called Gratiswaffery, that website has silly pictures. If you find a picture without information, the picture, the photographer, if you find a picture without any information in regarding the photographer, copywriting, or PhD, if you find that title of the find the title about, and if you click on that, you will find the information that you need in regarding to the licensing. On the bottom of the page or the top page, either one you can find as well. On the website, we finished explaining what you can and cannot do with pictures. This specific website also has advertising on Shutterstock. So that wolf picture, there will be no pop-up about it. But if you notice, the picture says, if not found what you're looking for, try picture from Shutterstock. So if you use that picture from Shutterstock, you must pay. There's a question that was asked that I once was asked a question about popular common pictures. Example could be a street sign or a building, and if you needed to cite that. And I think that it depends on your field and it depends on their expectations. And if you use that picture with the CC license, yes, you must have to put down that name of the photographer. And you can include that with another citation or on the picture itself. It doesn't really matter. So I just finished showing you everything. I just have one more paper I'd like to hand out to you. And it has the information about the CC licensing, how you can cite license, and how you can work, how can you format it, and the warnings about the specific websites that I showed you, and the list of all the websites that I showed you, plus other websites that I have. So keep in mind that Google, Bing, Yahoo can show you the topics of the using rights and that you can find the peach there. I hope you know that I love copyright, and if you have any questions, please ask. Thank you so much for your time.